Hello, how's it going, everybody? So, this is a very temporary support video for our beta of the Social Stealth Marketer. I'm at version 1.0.0.23. Now, I've already found some bugs in this, but I just want to go through it with you so that you have some frame of reference. The manage accounts, you'll notice, is just like Social Emailer or Social Emailer Platinum. No difference. It's at the moment it's going to always be Facebook. We're going to add LinkedIn probably in a week or so. So we want to get a few bugs worked out of the Facebook first. So you just enter those in, click save, and you're done. Over to the join groups over here. So this is really cool. You can join, hundreds of groups on Facebook. What I've done is I've set social marketing as my keyword, set my search limit to 50, which is a pretty good one. It'll show you how many members come up, and then just set it to whichever one account that you want, and then click on the search groups button, and it'll populate everything here. You can get a closer view of the group's name if you like. Um, I like kind of taking a peek at the name, so I make sure that it's not someplace out of the country, because I like to stay with North American groups. And then you can view the group if you'd like by going here. Anyway, you can check whichever ones that you want to keep and join, and then select join selected right here. Now, I mean, you could set up 100 of these if you wanted. What will happen is every so many minutes that you have set here, the software will do a join request for that group. So I've got mine set to 4 to 6 minutes. I'm only, I'm not going to join more than 30 or 40 groups at a clip myself. But if you do want to join more, then let's say you want to join 100, then double this. Set this up so that, yes, it will take a while to do it, but set it up to maybe 10 to 15 minutes, so that you let it run overnight and it will join all of them for you. And then within the next 24 hours or so, you can log into your Facebook account and you can see that, yes, indeed, you have a ton of groups. So anyway, this is a mass join system for Facebook. Really cool. Saves you a lot of time. Over here, the account groups, just like in the social emailer again, or advanced social marketer, either one, whichever one you have. You can just click update groups, select the account that you've got, and it will pull those groups in. Of course, you should do that before moving on. Over here, Facebook Scraper. This is relatively easy, but there's a little bit of complexity here. You've got your account that you're working with here, and then you can select either groups or pages, which is fan pages. There's some large fan pages out there with a lot of people that post about stuff. Some of the fan pages out there, I mean, they've got hundreds of thousands of people in them, so that can be advantageous. And then joined groups. Okay, now what's the difference between groups and join groups? Well, join groups are the groups that you've joined with your join group tab or manually on Facebook, but groups are just open groups. We have the ability to scan just open groups without even joining them, and pulling down there are people that are posting about certain things on Facebook, which is going to be a huge advantage here. I just set this to 50, and I put in open group marketing. Now here's the little trick here. On the search text, you want to put in open group first, then space, then whatever type of group it is. So if you're doing realtors, you'd have open group space realtors. I set mine to 50, didn't pull in that many, but so I pulled up maybe 15 or so open groups that are completely open that we can scan for the key term marketing. And then you can just hit this button right here, search groups and pages, and it will pull these in to your grid. It'll tell you how many people are members, and then it will allow you to collect the users. Now, are you going to collect all of the users in the group? No. What you're doing is you're searching for keywords up here. I've got a keyword marketing. Now, I could have put in more than one keyword. I could have put in marketing, comma, affiliate marketing, comma, something else. So you can use multiple keywords. If I wanted to skip any keywords, any certain type of people, like if I was going for software sales, then I could put in software, and then down here on the skip keywords I could put in something like charged back for people that had charged back software. So that's how that's used, to filter out certain people at the same time that we're bringing certain people in. So again, over here we are bringing in people in groups, meaning open groups, or joined groups, or fan pages. We're bringing them into the grid here. Once they're in the grid, we can select all of them, all of these groups, to be scanned for these keywords up here, and then we can click collect checked users. If we select as many as we want, we can unselect a couple if we don't want, and then we click this button. What the software is going to do is it's going to scan all of these groups, okay, and it's going to look for posts within those groups that match these keywords, people talking about whatever these keywords are up here. And if you want to subtract keywords, then it will also auto subtract these keywords down here. All of this happens all at once. So you can unselect these groups and then just select one certain group here and then click collect users, which is what I did for my demo here, and it will just scan the keyword just for this particular group and pull in just those people that are posting. Again, it's people that are posting about these keywords up here. So let's say you selected them all, you click collect checked users. It will take several minutes. It will populate the database over here for these keywords, so people that are posting about these. Now it'll show the Facebook user code, the group name, okay, in this case 1 million marketers open, alright, the name of the person, what's the first and last name of that person, and most importantly their Facebook email so that we can message them. Okay, so I'm going to move on at the moment. Notice this checkbox right here. Okay, I've checked one check right here. I'm going to move over to the very important tab, Facebook Messenger tab. When I selected that one person in the database, that shows up here. Okay, I'll come back to that in a minute. Here's your subject and your message, and typically you would want to put in http:// just so you know. It's a text environment, but generally speaking that's what you want to put in to make it a clickable link. And then down here we have send friend request, send message, and that message means sending a message from your Facebook account up here to that person through Facebook. And then down here sending an email. So if you send an email, this goes directly, it uses their Facebook email and sends directly into their inbox. And that's primarily what we want to do. But we also want to do these other things as well. And I'm probably going to add on a reply down here to the post as well. So we can push messages in a variety of ways. What we don't know yet, and what part of this beta test involves, is how many messages are they going to allow us to get away with. Okay, how many of any of these friend requests you want to keep low. I wouldn't do more than 5 a day. Okay, we know already that we can't do a lot of friend requests, but messages within Facebook and emails is a whole nother story. So what the software will do, it will rotate in between these. So it will provide you with a rotating messaging capability. I've got the delay set to 5 to 7 minutes for each of these, so it's going to slowly message. So you've got your database that you've built from the scraper. The messenger is going to task this database over here, however many people you got. It could be 200-300, could be more than that, but and you can actually export these as well for future use, and you can import them in as well. I'll show you that in a minute. So you've got your Facebook Messenger here. It's going to message whatever you have in that scraper. Now we've got something over here called users emails. What this is a test email. Okay, so the idea is to select a certain group that you've joined, not an open group, but a group that you've joined in your account, and to send a post message to that group inside this account. Okay, and inside this post you would have a certain language that you would want to scrape. Could be marketing. So inside this post you would have the word marketing, and then, and again this is running a test message, you would select that account, that group. You would scrape using this term. It will pull up here your post, okay, that you have posted, and the post will come in instantly, so you can do this anytime. And then you would select that particular post. I don't have an example at the moment, but that would select that particular post, and then over here when you selected that and you see one, then you can send a test message. Okay, and it would just send only to that one if it's selected as a test message. So that's our test message feature. And this is, that's again from the posting, and then scraping that certain group, and then selecting your own message, that your own post that has been scraped inside the group, and then coming over here, and you'll see one up here, or you'd see two if you had selected two over there, and click start sending. And in that case you would just send the email test. You would set this to 1, or you'd set the send message to 1, and it will go ahead and send that. I would set the friend request to 0, and it will go ahead and send you a message which should come into your account with this here, or your email inbox here. So that's our messaging test system. Most normally you would have a couple hundred people in the database that you had scraped, and you would just come over here and you would set friend request to like 5, send message to maybe 50, and set the rest to email. And then all you have to do is just hit start sending, and it will send out. Now all of that assumes that you've got an SMTP set up. SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and this is why you go get a shared host and pay a few dollars for it, so that you can send email, and more than 20 or 30 emails whenever you want on the internet, and you can reasonably expect them to be delivered. So in the SMTP servers here, then I've got mine, my SMTP, and this is from IX Web Hosting using port 587, authorized yes, encrypted none. And then on the SMTP accounts, basically I've got my email and the username and the password, and I can hit it and send test here, and the SMTP that I set up from over here shows in here. Okay, now on the email addresses, if you're going to be, adding email addresses in here, we probably just don't want to talk about this at the moment. But the truth is that you're probably not going to need to use this tab. The bulk email, if you have exported stuff that you exported from the Facebook Messenger, you can import it here. Okay, and you do have to set up a header, which I will get into in a different video. But basically, you can import the file, you can put in your message and everything, and you can send. And of course, in this mode, this is sending only emails, and you would set this up to like 5 emails per minute is a good amount. And then you would have it start sending from the beginning the first time you set it up. So you can also send a test email from, which this has nothing to do with the Facebook messaging test, but just a test to make sure your email is working. You can put in any email address here and hit send test email. The global remove we won't get into right now, but independently you can send bulk email here, and you can set the servers and SMTP accounts up over here. In the SMTP accounts, you've got your email and you've got your username, which is the same as the email, and then you've got the password that you set. And that's basically it. You can set up a test here and it will show email tested successfully, email is valid, and that's that. Just to know that it's working properly. That's our little quick test thing. If you need to edit it, obviously it's right there. But email address, you have to have the full email address, and username is the same as the email address. The name is whatever name you want to put in, perhaps your name, and then the password for that, and click save. That's it in a nutshell, how to set this up. Might seem a little complex at first, but as you use it, I think that you'll find that it's not, and we'll probably work to simplify it as well. Mostly after you set up your SMTP, all you're going to be doing is coming in here, scraping, and then using the Facebook Messenger system to send messages. That's really mostly all you're going to do. You might set up a post and test it and all that, but the main focus here is to make sure that we can send messages into hundreds of Facebook users that are posting about the exact content that we want them to be posting about. So, if you're doing weight loss and you are promoting a weight loss shake, then you would come in here. All of these groups that you had joined, or the open groups, would be weight loss groups, and you would put in weight loss shake up here, and you would collect the users and build your database. So again, the idea is to hyper target and message them, and of course we'll probably be messaging them more than once. Okay, if you need to, one last thing, you can clear these anytime. Okay, so if you want to save them, you would export them to a CSV file for later use, and you can clear the users here so that you can bring in more. So you could theoretically just sit here all day, and just join and scan groups and build databases, if indeed that is what you want to do. That's a quick overview for the next few days on how to use this. This will change and be upgraded quickly, as most of our products are. Thank you for watching.